is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Dart Frog adventure. Today we are going to go up Left-Hand Fork. I got some all-terrain tires on Aspen, and we're going to see how she does going up to the campgrounds. So let's get into this.
They just barely opened the gates, didn't they?
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and head up the road here and see what's going on. They just barely opened the gates. So it's getting to be time for camping. But this is a pretty cool drive. This is usually where we go camping and whatnot, Marnie and I. So let's go ahead and check out the road. This is usually the worst part of the road right here. All trains are doing well. She's going up this like it's nothing. Yeah, at the top of this road, up past the fork, there is an old mine up there. I can't remember the name of the mine, but it's an abandoned mine, and it's really cool. We're not going to go there today. We're just going to go ahead and see how everything is looking on this road here, so we can get an idea of what how our camping is going to be this summer. So it should be pretty cool. Now is a really good time to get up here and look at stuff, because all these camp spots up here usually get packed in pretty darn quick. It's like first come, first serve. Only at the campgrounds is reserved, but up here on these other spots are not like reserved spots. It's first come, first serve. So at least we'll get a chance to probably go in and check out some of the cool bigger sites and whatnot. There's one spot that Marnie and I really like. It's 41, so we'll see if we can get in there today for you guys, so you can check out 41. Yeah, come July, this area gets packed. There's like four-wheelers, motorcycles, all kinds of traffic on this road. It's pretty hard to drive down here without almost running into somebody. That's how packed it gets. Because everybody comes up here in the summertime and goes camping. Get a lot of tourists up here that go camping. So this road gets really hacked up really bad. The city used to come up here and grade this, but they don't do that no more. About the only main traffic that really comes up and down this road now, like on a daily use, are the ranchers. They have their cattle they let their cattle roam around up here and whatnot. It's pretty cool. There's one time we were camping and we had a cow come into our camp spot. It was, we weren't expecting that, but it happened. It was fun. So, yeah, and there's already somebody down in that spot down there.
Yeah.
I should have brought my drone. That would have been fun to fly up here. Yeah. It's still early enough in the season. It's a good possibility that we could see like a mountain lion or a bear or moose or something like that. Because there's not a lot of people up here. And it's starting to warm up, so the animals are going to start going higher up in the hills here soon. So yeah, I don't have my gimbal with me right now, so this is probably gonna be a little bit shaky, kind of a rougher video as I'm walking around, because I gotta hold it with I gotta basically hold my camera just with my hand. But yeah, let me show you around here real quick. So this is 22. The spot goes, there's where we came in at. Campfire ring's over there on the other side of Aspen. But as you can see, people come through here and they'll build their own little fire rings and whatnot, get back off the road a little ways. But yeah, so this is spot 22. We're gonna keep heading up the road. We're gonna go up to probably about 50, maybe the upper campground. Go check out the campground. So that's probably what we'll do today. Not sure, just kind of wasn't really planning on making a video today, but I thought, you know, since we're coming up Left Hand Fork, might as well make a video because it's cool up here. Last we were up here, like I said, we saw the cow coming to our campground and whatnot, and there was a moose up here last year. A couple bears. You'll see bear signs on the camp spots. I'll go out to the road here real quick and show you that, you know, this is bear country, so you have to be careful out here when you're camping. So here is the part of this campground. So there's the road that we come in on. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start heading back up the campground and go see what's up there and see how many people are up here today and whatnot. And let's get back onto the road.
It's weird, it's places. The water's clear down a hill. So you have to go down basically a steep hill, then other camp spots. The water's just right there.
Exactly. And another really cool thing about this canyon here is this is all part of the Bootlegger Canyon. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, we've done paranormal investigations, well, paranormal adventures, let's put it that way. Because here on Dark Frog Adventures, I have a different style of doing paranormal than what you'll see on YouTube. A lot of people just, they do the investigations, which is cool. I have some equipment to do it, but I'd rather just do the adventure part, explain some of the history, and, you know, show you guys around, tell you the urban legends of the area. And more times than not, when I'm telling the stories of, you know, the urban legends of our areas up here that are haunted, we do catch paranormal activity going on in our films. But yeah, this is all part of the Bootlegger Run. Like I said, there's an abandoned mine all the way up there. It used to be, I think it was a copper mine that they were doing up there. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was something, maybe a different type of mineral instead of a metal. But yeah, I'm not sure. I want to say I think it was copper, but I'm not 100% sure. This spot up here to our left, like over here, this is another hard spot to get. It's right on the cliffside. A lot of people camp here because it's easy to get to. But yeah, this part of the road has gotten really bad. It'll level out here in a little while. But yeah, let me show you this camp spot here in a second so that I can get to a spot that's not so jumping around. Make sure I have enough room to let people go through. So yeah, there's a camp spot right there, right on the cliffside. So yeah, this spot's open, and I think everybody just kind of, like, you know, a big family will come here and grab that side of the road and that side of the road and just kind of hang out. It's just open. I mean, there's nothing fancy to it. It's just a bunch of rocks and open grass, which is a good spot for, like, you know, housing your bikes and your UTVs and ATVs and whatnot like that, you know.
Camp spot number 25.
Yeah, we're at spot 25. Oh, it looks like somebody else is up here. Exactly. DNR. So yes, Aspen is my little baby Jeep, basically. She doesn't have four-wheel drive, she's front-wheel drive, and that's all I need to get up in this area. She got enough ground clearance for it after I put my all-terrains on. But yeah, it's still kind of rough up here, and you know, I don't think it'll ever really, I don't think anybody's ever going to fix it. I think it's always going to be rough. But that's why you build your vehicle, to accommodate this kind of stuff, especially if you want to come up here. Because you sure as shit don't want to be bringing your sports car up here, which I've seen people do. Actually, it wasn't too far up here. I saw a guy got high centered on one of these rocks because his car was too low. So we actually helped him get out of the road. Like, there you go, buddy, you're out of the way. So this is one of the spots that Martin and I come to. I'm going to pull in here real quick. This is spot 32. I'm going to walk you around this real quick, and I'll give you a quick little story about 32 here. So as we pull in, it's not a very big spot, but it's kind of it's a nice little spot. It's right off the road, but it's kind of annoying because you'll have everybody going through. It gets really dusty and whatnot. But yeah, let me show you around this spot real quick. So this is spot 32. You got river access right there. Like I said, the road's right here. It's not very big, but it is kind of a cool spot to come to and whatnot and go camping. I'll go down by the river here real quick. You got a little fire ring over there. You got the official one right there. Yeah, so our river right now is running pretty good. Fishing wouldn't be great right now because it's too quick, too muddy, too murky. But yeah, there's one night that Marnay and I were up here camping about 2 in the morning. We hear screaming coming from down that way. Couldn't tell what it was, and about maybe 5 minutes later, this dude on this ATV pulls up and says, "Hey, you know, I'm looking for this lost person." So we sent him down to the next spot. He thought it was this spot, but it wasn't. So we sent him down there, and I don't know if they found her or not or whatever, but the lady was lost and she wandered away from her camp spot and they couldn't find her. But yeah, like I was telling you earlier, this is bear country. You see the sign? Yep. Spot 32. Yeah, this is one of the spots that we've been to. I think we've been to pretty much all the spots up here, Marnay and I, when we come up camping. Usually during the summer we'll do like pretty much every weekend camping, coming up for a night or 2 nights, you know, and just having fun up here and getting away for a minute. So yeah, that's spot 32. We're going to keep heading up the road. I'm going to show you a few more spots and whatnot, and it's going to hopefully be not too bad the higher up we go. I don't think so. It looks like it's chilling out a little bit on the road condition. Sometimes once you get way up there, the road has been washed out up there from last year's. We got flooded out up here, so the whole road got washed out and whatnot. So the road gets pretty bad up there almost by the end before you get to the next fork that'll take you up to Ephraim's Grave, which if you haven't seen Ephraim's Grave, most definitely check it out. It's on my channel here. It's the 9-foot tall mountain man. It's our legend of that. And whether you believe in Bigfoot or not, the legend of the 9-foot tall mountain man, I tell you about it on the Ephraim's video. But in all reality, the legend is of Bigfoot. Even though that Ephraim was a 1,100 pound grizzly bear, which was supposed to have been the last grizzly bear found here in our area years ago. I don't know too much about the history of the grizzlies around here. I know we still have I think it's black bears. We have black bears around here, I think. So, but yeah, with Ephraim, 1,100 pound grizzly bear, the locals had built a memorial up there for him. Like I said, it's in my Ephraim's video. Check it out. It's a cool video. It's way up there. But yeah, I mean, the legend has it that a 9-foot mountain man is still running around this area today. Hence, you know, Bigfoot. Got the ranger station right off here to the right. Show you that. Well, it's not a ranger station, it's a guard station, sorry. Not a ranger station, guard station. So you got the guard station right over there. I think with the guard station, I think you can reserve it and rent it. I'm not 100% sure, but I see people over here often and there's always different vehicles and whatnot. But you got like outhouses back off over here to the right. You got a couple little storage things. Like I said, it gives you the sign about bear country and whatnot. But
what is a burrito business?
I don't know. Let's go check that out. We're gonna go ahead and check out the sign and see what it says. It says bear country, and I'll show you some of the signs that we have out here. There's a barrel toad. Got a barrel toad. Go ahead and pause that if you want to read that. That's for all your ATVs and UTVs and stuff like that. You got bear country. Here's some of the stuff that we see out here. And I've seen the moose out here. I've seen, I guess that would be, let's see, probably coyote, horse, rattlers, bear, mountain lion, and moose. I've seen moose, snakes, bears. I've yet to see coyotes or wolves. I don't know if we have wolves out here, but coyotes probably. I've seen bobcats out here, but that's a mountain lion right there, cougar type of thing. So as you can see, there is wildlife out here. We're out in the mountains. I mean, you gotta be careful when you're out here camping, that's for damn sure. It's another frog. Toad.
Another friggy.
Yeah. Frog parking only. All others will be towed.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, we're about halfway up to the campgrounds now. We always, like, once we get to the guard station, we know we're halfway, basically. So let's go ahead and see what else is going on today. So far, I've seen a couple of chipmunks and a squirrel. So there is wildlife out here right now, which is cool.
That's not good.
Nope, broken tree. We're gonna come clean that out. Yeah, that river's pretty high today.
It is.
That's how you know it's early spring.
This is where the duckies are.
Yeah, this is where the quacky patches live. So that's the river right there.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the river. You can see it's pretty high and whatnot. But yeah, that's and this is another nice place for camping too. There's another camp spot just like directly up the way. We just passed a camp spot that's just like right here behind us. Camp spot right here behind us is what is connected to this river right here. So you got that camp spot, and then you have another one right up here. That gives you access to this part. And there's usually a lot of ducks that live in this area right here that hang out in that spot right there. Because like I said, the farther you go up this road, the cooler the camp spots get. So here's one of the big spots I was telling you about. We're gonna go down in there real quick. Doesn't look like anybody's in here at the moment. But as you can see, you want to be careful where you put your tents, just in case the water level rises, and I'll show you why here in a second. Because we're getting ready to pull into one of the bigger spots, and this is a popular spot, and I've seen people get flooded out right here. Usually they bring in their camping trailers, like their fifth wheels and whatnot. You still have to be careful on how you do that. You want to put them in a spot where they're not going to wash away. So here we go. I'm going to get out and walk in this spot for a second. I got to find a spot to park. I can still turn around. Alright. So yeah, this is spot 20, let's see. I want to say like 20, or sorry, not like 38. I think it's spot like 38 or something. Let's see where we're at. Because we're up in the 30s. Oh yeah, 34. That's close. So this is one of the more popular spots, 34. You got a big spot for camping. You can put all your tents out there. But the creek is like really close to this spot. And due to the fact when the water rises, you get these small berms like this right here where the water comes through and then goes right down into your spot right there. And I've seen a lot of people put their tents right in here because there's a camp ring right over there, which is an official camp ring. And then you got like over here, you got another side runoff, and you got that runoff. So this runoff right here is going back out into that river. Last year, this whole area right in here was just flooded. you can see all the debris that washed up from last year, and how you can see it comes down and around. All this debris right here, all this right here, all that over there. It's cleaned up a little bit more, but that's from last year's flood. Yeah, it's pretty nice up here when there's nobody, like when there's no traffic or anything. You can take your time and look around. Don't usually get a chance to look around because every time you stop, somebody just pulls up right behind you and is trying to get through. And this is not a very wide road, so and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, we usually don't get a chance to stop and look around. Like this spot right here is really cool. I've always liked this spot. It's pretty unique. And it's right on the road, and everybody stops right here because you'll see why here in a second. So yeah, there's a cliffside. You come in right around this cliff. My camera's a little blurry, sorry. But yeah, you got the road. So yeah, that's a pretty cool spot. This spot right here, I like this. It's just right off the side of the road. I've seen people over here mountain climbing one time, you know, they climb up the side of that hill. It's probably not the best spot to climb because these rocks around here are really, they're limestone, so they break apart really easy. So you can't really put a piton in them and trust that the piton's going to stay in there while you're up, you know, 60 to 80 feet in the air. So yeah, but you know, this is a really cool spot. And what makes this really cool for up here camping is just right here on the side of the road right there, there's a little river that runs through it. It goes all the way up the canyon. And it's pretty good fishing in there too. We went fishing up there last year, Marnay and I, at one of our camping spots. I'll show you one of our camping spots when we get to it. It's still a ways up here. But it's really fun out here in the middle of summer. You get a lot of traffic. Sometimes on the weekends, you'll get traffic all the way up until like 3 in the morning. Somebody's driving their 4-wheeler up here. Like a squirrel just ran across the road as I'm talking right now. So, but there's a camp spot right here with a bit of the river access. I like it. I like it up here a lot.
I mentioned 14, but I don't know. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's a freaking phone holder. Yeah, it's like I said, it's pretty bumpy. The freaking camera just fell out of the camera holder. Stupid camera holder. I have to get a better one. Good thing my camera has a case on it.
Yes.
So this spot right here is like one of the spots that Marnay and I have been camping at. I'll show you this here in a second, but this is a pretty cool spot. It's on right where I'm standing, and right across the road. This is kind of another double spot. A lot of people take up that area over there because it's pretty big. And another thing is right next to the main campground. So if you missed out on getting a reserved spot in this campground right next to it, you can be right here. Or if you have family in the campground, you know, you're right next to them. It's pretty cool. But here's the spot where Marnay and I have been camping before. We really like this spot. So you come into this spot right here. This is like 35, I think. 38. This is 38. Sorry. So here's our the campfire. So this is actually like a whole through road. You can actually drive through. You come through here, right here, come around, go up this way, and you can pull out right there. So you got actually like a horseshoe driveway in here. But yeah, here's one of the camp rings. Here's a really big camp ring right there. And now if you go right across the road, there's another spot right over there. This one has river access to it. So like I said, I'll take it down to the river real quick because this one's a really cool spot. Everybody comes to get this spot. Yeah, this spot right here, 39, is really hard to get because it's so big, so open. And like you can park over here. You got like, you could probably put like 30 tents over in this area. So you got a big spot right here. You got your main fire ring right there. We had our tents under the tree last year. We had a couple of tents over in this area too. And like I said, the campground is like right over there. You can see the campground sign right there. there's something back there by the water. But if we go back through this way, this takes us right down to the creek. So we're gonna head over that way real quick. So yeah, so we're right here in 39, and all this in the back over here too, which takes you down to the creek, is nice and wide open. Last year we actually had a cow come in back here. It was pretty cool. And we were like, what is that sound? And we hear a brrr, and there's a cow over here. But yeah, you just take this right here. There's a trail right here, but it's the trail kind of, you can't see it right now, but the trail kind of comes like this, and it comes over here to the river. So as you can see, it's kind of, you can kind of see the trail right here. But this will take down, this all gets grown up with like really thick grass and whatnot in the middle of summertime. All that over there. And you got all that stuff, all your trees and stuff right there. And this is a spot where you come down to the river. And the reason why we like this spot here is it's close enough to the campground. Yeah, because if we have to, we got the bathrooms at the campgrounds that we can use. You got your river access right here and whatnot. One of the things is when you come down by the river like this, like say you got to go to the bathroom, you put your little bathroom over here or something, or if you want, you can walk to the campground and use that bathroom. But when you come down here at in the evening time, you got to be real careful for snakes because they'll hang out down here. And like I was saying, all this down here just really gets filled in pretty good. We still got a little bit of snow on the side of the hill over here. I'll show you that. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's still a little bit of snow right there. And that cliff goes all the way up. This is the cliff side right here. There's still better spots to come. We still have more spots that we go camping. Like I said, we're getting close to them now, but they're pretty damn cool. I like them. We're gonna go over there next. I've been to the other campground over there. I don't know if I'm gonna show that in this video or not. Probably just kind of pass by and go up to the open spots and whatnot. Still want to show you our favorite spot, which is still up the ways a little bit. So if you look, you go up through that canyon right there. The road is over there, and it'll take you to the campground, which is like right over in here. Oh, that's the campground. But you got the canyon that you go up through over there. So yeah, I mean, it's fun out here. You get a lot of people here going up and down this road in the summertime, that's for sure. So with a spot like this that's farther off the road, they're gonna be harder to get because you're not gonna get dusted out so bad once you're back here, which is nice. And because you'll get the traffic going through there, and if you're right next to it, you just get dusted out. It's horrible how dusty it gets up here. But yeah, our next stop should probably be either the Hollow Hike, I think. When we get there, there's like another little outhouse and stuff like that. It's a hiking trail, and it's like an out-turn, or I guess you'd say like a little horseshoe, a turn off that you can go into. But as of right now, this is the main road, and we're not too far from our favorite camp spot. I'm hoping we can get in there today. Nobody's coming. So yeah, the campground is like right over there. That's Friendship Campground. Like I said, if you want to see that, I have it in other videos. So most definitely hit up my other videos so you can see some of the stuff. But we're just gonna do the little side shoot camping spots. Oh well, I can't get into the campground right now anyhow because the campground itself is closed. It has a gate across it. But you got the campground right there. So I guess I'll just go ahead and show you that anyhow. There's the gate right there. You got the campground. And back over here, you can see that little building right there. That's the outhouses. Those are the bathrooms for camp. So in the middle of the night, if we have to go to the bathroom, we just like run over to the campground, go to the bathroom. Makes it so much easier, more convenient, whatnot. So that way we don't really have to worry about, you know, bringing one of our bathrooms or digging a hole and sitting on the ground and going potty, or going
putting our bums out in the air.
Yeah, putting the bums out in the air to go potty. But there's a little, like right up here, just a little ways, there's another spot that goes off to the road, and they have a turnout right there that goes up into the hiking trail. We're gonna go through that real quick too. I'll show you that, and I'll show you this little side one. And believe it or not, a lot of people camp in this little side spot too, because you got the bathrooms right there as well. So we use these bathrooms over here when we're in 41, and when we were over there in 39, we use those bathrooms there. So, but here's the little turnout to the, this is Richer Hollow Trailhead. This is one of those trailheads that you can hike on by foot. You can take a horse up to it, or up on it, and or you can take your motorcycles up this trail too. When we're up here camping, we hear a lot of people taking their bikes up this trail. And I'll show you the trail here in a second. So as you can see, there's the porta potty right there, or the outhouses, the bathrooms. That's the trailhead right there. A lot of people will take their motorcycles up that trail. I've seen horses go up that trail too when we've been out here. And like always, like I said before, this is bear country, so you gotta be careful. And it'll tell you, you know, like right here, like right there. I'll zoom in a little bit. There's Richer Hollow. So that hiking trail is actually a pretty popular trail around here. A lot of people go on that trail. We haven't really been up it yet. Maybe one of these days, if you guys are interested, we'll go up there and I'll do a video up there for you guys. But so far we haven't been up there. As you come around the trail here, you go back out and you're going to come around and go that way on the road, and then we'll go to 41. 41 is my favorite spot. You'll see why here in a second.
And why was kids didn't 41 over 51?
It was area 51 and a half. So there's that little turnout right there. All those rocks right there is where you can go camping. The river's right over there, and a lot of people get that spot for camping. So there's a spot up here that Marnay and Wild West Kid and I deemed area 51 and a half. There's a reason why we call it area 51 and a half. I'll tell you the story once we get there too. But we're getting ready to come up to 41. I really wanted to show you guys 41. There's another really cool spot right across from 41. It's 43, I think it is. We might not be able to get up there today because the water's actually running. So let me show you that real quick. I just passed by. But this is crazy. This is why you gotta be careful when you camp up here and whatnot, and when you're hiking around in case of flash floods and whatnot. So usually in the middle of the summertime, this is not running. So you got that little river right there that comes down out of the mountains. Usually that is dry. I mean, you can walk on that in the middle of summertime. Comes right across over to that side there and goes down. 41's right over there. So we're getting ready to pull into 41 here in a short amount of time. And I'm going to take you through and show you 41 real quick. It goes 41, 42, and I think 43. 43, you go up into the little bit of a canyon right there, and it's like all rocks. That I wanted to show you that today, but I can't do it today because that river's running. And if I get up in that spot right there, we're not getting very far. So I might go up there and just show you guys that anyhow. But here's 41. Here is my favorite spot.
I gotta move that sign.
Move what sign?
Bear sign.
Oh, why?
It's not safe for the bears to cross that way.
Oh, it's not safe for the bears to cross here?
No.
Okay. I'm not sure if it's safe for the humans to be here. So this is cool because you can pull into 41 and just keep driving straight through over to 42 and then back out to the main road. So you got a horseshoe right here. 41 main campground is down at, well, the main campground is right here behind me, camping spot. But down here, if you go down here, it's way cool. And this is why I love this spot right here. This is by far my favorite spot, and you'll see here. So you got your main fire ring right there, which somebody has pulled it up. Looks like somebody did something to it. I don't know if they're getting ready to remodel it or not, but you come down here and you go into 41. People come down into this spot often for camping and whatnot. You got the river access down there. This is pretty cool. There's good fishing back in this area. I'll show you one of the good fishing spots. You got one of the spots right here. You can set up an easy 12 tents in here with no problem, like 8-person tents. You got your cliffside right here. And if you come around down this way, in the middle of the summer, this spot right over here is usually not running. The river's higher right now. So yeah, you can usually walk out in here with no problem, all the way over there to the river. All this is usually dry. All that's usually dry. But back in that back corner, there's a big turnout, like a where the river churns. It swirls up and it turns into a pool right there by that big rock. So if you come over in this area right over here and you fish in that area right there, good fishing right in there, because the fish usually hang out right there. And in the summertime, you can actually walk through all this over here to 42. I think we're going to go ahead and do that right now if we can. But yeah, you got the side of the cliff right there. You can see how this washes out. So you definitely don't want to be putting your tents down in there or anything like that. Just in case the water level rises, you'll be wet by the time you get done. So yeah, if you go through 41, come through 41 this way, like I'm going, and come over here, this takes you over to 42. I don't have my phone holder with me, so I'm holding my phone with my hand. It's making it a little bit harder to hike through here. But this is 42. Really good fishing in this spot too. This is usually pretty darn low right in here. Oh, you can see a duck in there. There's the duck, the mallard. So yeah, you end up with 42 right here where I'm at. You take 42 and you just go back up here. It just makes a big loop around. So these two spots are basically like connected. The main road is like right there and whatnot. So let's go ahead and tell you what I'm talking about. So if you come out of 42, you can't park up in here, but you can put your tents up in here. I wouldn't want to put my tent up in here, anything, because the road is like right there. It's like maybe 15 feet away from where I'm at right now. And then there's the road right there. That's the main road. So as you can see, there's Aspen where we just pulled in. So we're gonna pull out this way, go up that way. 40, no, I think this is 43 actually. Yeah, so I think this might be 43. Let me check this out. Because that over there I think is technically like 42, or maybe this is 42. Of course, no signpost. Anyhow, so you got 41, you got 42, and then you got 43, which we just came out of, I think. I can't remember. It's been a minute, but anyhow, 41, yeah, I think it's 41, 42, and 40. Yeah, that's how it is. That's 40. So 40, 41, 42. Yep. And as you come around, you just walk right in. Big horseshoe drive. So yeah, my fault. My apologies. I'm sorry. So you got 40, 41, and then 42 over there. So we're gonna go ahead up and we're gonna go to area 51.5 right now. That's and I'll tell you why we call it area 51.5. So now as we head out of 41, 42 area, well 41/42, because it goes 40, 41, 42. So we're gonna go pull all the way through, head up towards area 51.5. And we're gonna see how everything is looking up in that area. And yeah, Louis coming. So let's go ahead and start heading that way. See how close that river is right off to the side?
It's crazy to think that I used to play in that.
Yeah. Well, it's easier playing in the summertime because it's nowhere near as fast as it is now.
No, but it's still freaking cold.
Oh yeah, it's super cold.
Oh,
That's snow runoff there.
yeah. We used to play in it as kids.
Yeah.
Can't do that stuff anymore.
Nope. So right up here a little bit further is the spot where Marnie and I were camping when we also had the cow come through. I have a short video of that. If you want to see the cow, just hit up the Holy Cow video, I think it's called. Can't remember what it's called, but it's a cow that comes into our camp spot. Pretty cool. It surprised us. Marnie was sleeping. Like, I was just kind of messing around doing, you know, a little bit of whatever, fishing, whatever. But that camp spot's like right here, so I'll show you that camp spot too.
Did it scare her?
Yeah, it scared the bejeebers out of Renee because she was sleeping.
Probably shouldn't laugh.
So that's 43. It goes down there to the river and everything and whatnot. We were parked right there. We were parked right there at the entrance of 43. Like, the parking spot's like right off the road. So I mean, like, you got to make sure you're pulled back in there, otherwise somebody's gonna clip you if you're not paying attention. But yeah, we were there and the cow come in the campground. And Marnie was freaking out, which was kind of funny. And another funny thing that happened while we were in that campground too is we were getting close to hunting season. It's getting close to the end of the camping season area, and so we see all these hunters come up the road this way. And it wasn't about 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, you see a herd of deer come down the road this way. They walked right past us. So there's another camping spot right there, right off the road. That's another fun one too. But you got really good fishing right over here. There's a couple of spots up in here that are my favorite spots, and they're great for fishing. Big rocks, big rocks. Nice thing too is once everybody started coming down here, it kind of levels out a little bit too. But we're getting close to Area 51 and a half. And like I said, I'll share that story of Area 51 and a half with you as soon as we get there. Area 51 and a half is basically the spot that the Wild West Kid and I discovered. And once we get to that spot, I'll tell you why, which is kind of a funny story on what it is. And so the reason why we call it Area 51 and a half, I'll tell you as soon as we get there. And we are getting to it right about now, I think. I think this is it. Is this 51? Yeah, this is 51. Okay, so I'm going to pull off into 51 in Area 51 and a half. So my wife and I and the Wild West Kid stayed here at Area 51 and a half. And we had the table set up over there. So here at Area 51 and a half, wind's kicking up and blowing the dust off the road. Here at Area 51 and a half, the reason why we call it Area 51 and a half is because there's a lot of strange stuff that happens in this area. On this mountainside that's right here behind me, up there, there's something big that come down off that hill one night. We didn't really see it. All we could do is hear it. Some people are like, oh, it's probably a cow, you know, a moose or something like that. Probably, maybe, you know, something big, maybe a cat or something. But anyhow, the thing with Area 51 and a half, right, is it's really low. And in the summertime, this is not running. This is not flowing. You got your little bit of a creek that comes through here. This is dried out during the summertime. See, the fire ring is right there. And you have a little bit of a parking spot right here that you can pull in, kind of go through right there like that. But if you come over here by the river, trying to get past her, all this kind of levels out during the summertime. It's really cool. You got a really cool spot down here by the river. Got to watch where I'm walking right now because of snakes and whatnot. But yeah, once you get over here to the river, it's kind of hard to kind of imagine right at the moment because the river's high and this is like all just kind of like opened out because of wintertime. All the shrubbery, all the greenery and all that stuff goes away for the wintertime. But you're right here on the cliff side too. Got the cliff up there, got your creek right here. The thing with this right here is you can actually walk down in here a little ways because the river goes over there. And once the river chills out, that's a really good fishing spot. See how it swirls right in there? All the fish gather up in there. You come down this way, and you also have another really good spot over here. It's kind of hard to get through here right now because it's all up and running. But this really chills out and really levels down and gets really shallow right in that area. But like I was saying, one of the reasons why we call this Area 51.5 is because my wife, my cousin, Wild West Kid, and I have come down here camping one night, and the Wild West Kid and I we headed over up the road a little ways to go get some firewood and whatnot. So my wife had the table. She had the table set up right about in this area here where I'm at. I'll show you that in a second. But she said that she heard some talking, and that other campground where the Wild West Kid and I were at is far enough away where he couldn't hear nothing. She said she heard talking down here by the river. And so that same night, that's when that big thing come down off the hill. We weren't sure what it was because we couldn't hear it, but then all of a sudden we started getting infiltrated by a bunch of raccoons. So this whole area in here was just filling up with like a herd of raccoons and whatnot. So we're kind of getting rid of the raccoons, and, you know, shooting them out of the campground so they wouldn't bother us. And over here behind this tree right here, behind the shrubs, is because all these little shrubs just really grow up right in this area right in the summertime and get really thick. We started hearing this really strange screaming, howling sound, and it is right on the edge of our campground. I wish I would have got that on the camera so, you know, I could show people what that sound was. I think maybe a bobcat, but I'm not sure. I think we have bobcats in this area, but I've never heard anything like that. And then when we were over here cleaning out the fire pit, because at one point this fire pit was really just destroyed really bad, and we found this gold medallion in here about a foot down in the ground. It was really weird. Wild West Kid kept it, and ever since he kept it, he's been having really strange problems going on. So I got my theories on that too, and if you watch any of my paranormal videos, you'll understand why I have theories about what I have theories about. And with this spot right here, this is why we call it Area 51.5, because strange stuff happens in this area. Just unbelievably strange stuff. It's weird. The only way I would be able to basically describe any of that to you is if I was able to catch it on video and show you guys. That's how weird it is. But we're gonna go ahead and go over to the next campground, turn around, and we'll probably start wrapping this video down then. Yeah, here's that little creek. That's why you don't want to put your tents in this area, because it'll wash out. So yeah, that's probably going to do it for this video. I just wanted to come up here, check out my all-terrain tires, see how they do up here, see how the road's doing, you know, see what the conditions are like up here this summer. So we can get an idea of, you know, what camping is going to be like, or, you know, how soon we can go camping. Because last year at this time, we weren't able to even get up here. But like I was saying, we're right here at Area 51.5. A lot of strange stuff happens here. If you watch one of my videos where it says, you know, something big coming in our campground, the only thing you can hear is the river, unfortunately, but it was right across the way over there, and something big was on that side. I couldn't see what it was because, of course, it's night, but I shined my light out there. I wasn't seeing any eye shine reflection or anything like that. But then again, you know, there has been reports of Bigfoot up in this area. Like I was telling you earlier in this video, we do have that legend of the 9-foot-tall mountain man, which kind of hinders in between the old mountain man Ephraim. He was actually like, he's one of the old mountain men, and the Logan River, I think Ephraim's friend, or it ties into something. I don't really know how, but it ties in together somehow. But Logan, the Logan River was called something different back in the 1800s, and one of the guys was massacred by the natives that were in this area at that time. So they changed the name to Logan River, and then that's when the story of Ephraim started coming around with the, you know, the 9-foot tall mountain man, which happened to be a grizzly bear. But the story was more about something mythical, something big like the Bigfoot. And like I was saying, there has been Bigfoot reports up in this area. That same night that my wife and my cousin, Wild West Kid, and I were out here, we went over to the campground because we had to go use the bathroom. And as soon as we pulled in there, we saw something huge, like a huge black shadow, just run behind one of the trees at the far end of the campground. And him and I both saw it, and we were wondering what the heck was going on. And as we got out, it was dead silent outside. You couldn't even hear the river. There was no animals making noises or nothing. The wind wasn't even really blowing. It was like eerily quiet. And that's one of the reasons why we call this Area 51.5. Outside of that, I have my theory, you know, because this used to be an old bootlegger run. Back in the early 1900s, bootleggers used to come right through here. So guaranteed they'd be staying here. And prior to that, about 1850, maybe a little sooner than that, 1800, 1850 area, something like that, we had a lot of fur trapping up in this area. So a lot of the fur trappers would stay up in this same canyon. And there was like little forges up here and stuff like that stationed in certain areas, so if their equipment broke, they could go ahead and fix it at the time. But I think all of that, with that being said and all that happening up here in this area, is going to, these hills are going to carry a vibration of some sort, so you're going to have some kind of strange activity. And due to the fact this used to be native land at one point, you're also going to have sacred land in here somewhere. So it's going to be areas that, you know, people have lived and worshipped and, you know, loved at one point with, you know, because this was their home. So disrupting anything like that could really cause a problem. So I think right here where we're at right now in this old bootlegger canyon, Area 51.5, it has some really strange activity. So, but that's going to be another video at another time. I'll do some more on that for you guys if you guys are interested in that. Definitely I'm going to be doing more videos. I'm starting season 3 right now. This is the start of season 3. So we have quite a few videos planned for season 3 and whatnot. But for this video today, I think I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. If you like this video, hit like. If you're new to my channel, most definitely hit subscribe. I do have a secondary channel that just started not too long ago. It's Dart Frog Adventure Vlogs. I'll leave a link to that channel in this video here for you guys. So most definitely go check out that channel because I'm going to put different videos on that channel. That one's going to be a little more oriented to vlogging and, you know, some more of the car stuff and like how I originally started that channel, because that was like one of my original car channels and whatnot a long time ago. But then I just revamped it into my secondary channel here for Dart Frog Adventures. But if you like this video, hit like. If you're new to this channel, hit subscribe. Until the next adventure.